sideline.
It's grind time. Yeah, we on the sideline.
The high school football season kicked off here in the Sunshine State with a bang, and our week 1 game of the week took us to the south side of Jacksonville as Bolles hosted Rains. In Mandarin, Jamie French and the Mandarin Mustangs hosted the Creekside Knights. Meanwhile, up in Kingsland, Georgia, the Camden County Wildcats hosted Eastlake. At the beaches, the Fletcher Senators clashed with the Reebok Trojans. Also, we've got Play of the Week, Hit of the Week, Fan of the Week, and your hashtag Team Sideline photo.
This is Sideline 2024. Let's roll on sidelines.
Right now.
Team sideline.
It's grind time. Yeah, we on the sideline.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to this week 1 edition of Sideline 2024. I'm Chris Porter. Football is back, and you know I'm all fired up. We got a jam-packed show, but before we roll the highlights, let me show you my squad. We are loaded because it's just not me. I got a whole squad of folks who work here. Cole, Shaz, Toby, T3, Tegan, Alessio, Jim, Oven, DJ, and Ashley. And now it's time to show you the first game of the night. Bolles at Rain. Let's roll those highlights. And this game was G-double-O-D good. Student section for Bolles pack. First quarter, Bolles up by 1. Player of the Week nominee, Timothy Cole hits the B button on the controller, spins, and then he's going to find Zion Butler. Use your rolling. Yeah, might be make reservations for 6. 12-7 Rains. Later in the second quarter, Rains trying a field goal. They call it special teams for a reason. It's blocked. Jalen Ross says, look what I have. Hey, Pop, locking and dropping this one all the way to the house. Player of the Week nominee, 13-12 Bolles. First drive of the second half for Rains, and they're going to get it to Darius Washington. Where is he? Whoop, there he is, powering his way into the end zone. 2013 Rains. Following the Bros drive, Ethan Drum is going to get it up to Burrows. Where is Burrows? There he is in the back of the end zone. They let it rain and then clear it out. Game tied at 20. Next Vikings drive. Washington takes the handoff. Believe me, Washington is going to get the handoff. There is Washington getting the handoff up the right side, and ain't nobody stopping this guy weaving in and out of traffic. When it was all said and done, my friends, the Rains Vikings went over to the south side of Jacksonville and beat the Bolles Bulldogs 32-23.
They wanted to come out and play hard, execute. They came out with a chip on their shoulders. We knew on film that, they were good up front on both sides, and, we had to establish the run. We felt that our D-line could, do very well against their offensive line, and they showed it tonight. And I'm excited for the future and what we'll be able to do.
Coach, you talk about chip on your shoulder, your shirt real quick.
Yes, sir.
Rains hate week day 2. What does this mean to you, and did it kind of give you guys a little more motivation this week?
It definitely did. It definitely gave us a lot more motivation. We don't disrespect. We respect every program in the area, in the city, and in the state. So when someone disrespects our brand, it's like somebody talking about our mom or our dad. So we have to do what we have to do to make sure we come out victorious, and I think that's what we did.
About the Vikings moms and dads, Riverside at Oakleaf, and this is the only play you need to see. Chris Foy stunting like his daddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Touchdown! Knights. Player of the Week nominee, Oakleaf, lays the smackdown on the Generals of final 35-7 up to Georgia. We're going to Kingsland, Georgia. New head coach for the Wildcats, Travis Rowland in Camden County, taking on Eastlake, and it was all Wildcats. Parks is going to get the quarterback keeper and take it in, 14-0 Cats. Now the Wildcats on defense. Xavier Brown slicing through the offensive line, and that, my friend, is a huge loss. They were getting it done on offense. They were getting it done on defense in the second quarter now. Camden back on offense. Jordan Hardy on the left side. He just takes that one in. Woo, you fancy, huh? 20-0 Camden. Still in the second quarter. Mr. Moneyman, Jordan Hardy. Anytime he does it once, he decides to do it twice. Look at him doing his thing. The Wildcats hammered East Lake a final 60-15.
I mean, it's Camden County. Like I told them last week, it's in the way you walk, it's in the way you talk. It doesn't matter who the coach is. Camden County is going to always raise champions. That's what they do. They breed champions here, and I'm just glad to be a part of it now and be a key piece to try to help us get back to our first championships in 2009.
The Providence Stallions played host to Frostproof. The Bulldogs late in the quarter. Stallions lead at 20-10. Zarian Hudson blocks the punt and scoops and he scores, and Providence lead is just 3. Fourth quarter now. The Stallions trying to put Frostproof away, but Mason Williams throws a deep ball and it's picked off by Albert Plain. Oh my goodness, the Dogs are in business. The Bulldogs with the ball, hoping to pull out the comeback. Jaden Jablonski comes up with a big-time interception. Providence won a final 20-17.
You know, you're happy for the win, but I'm not happy with how we look today. I thought we were sloppy. I think we made too many mistakes, and so I want to go back and give ourselves a harsh critique, because we know we can play better than what we did today. Not taking anything away from Frostproof. They played their tails off, but we know we left a lot out here on the field today.
In Palatka, the school honoring the family of fallen player Robert Gillen before the game against the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets. First quarter, 7-0 Yellow Jackets. Tommy Alford, look at him. Woo-hoo-hoo! Do something fancy. Player of the week, nominee. And this game is going to be tied. No, it's not. That's Alford. Now going to KJ Wright, who wins the battle. And now this game is tied. I'm wrong again. It's 7-6 is the score with the Panthers on the board. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Lachlan Hewitt throws it out to Carl Jenkins. No relation to Jenkins Barbecue. First down, move the chains, and then Hewitt again to this guy, Jenkins again, and this time he's getting in the end zone. Just a slam on the brakes and then turn back on the speed. The Yellow Jackets won big tonight, 42-6. Creekside taking on the Mandarin Mustangs, and here come the Mustangs, my friend, and that is Tremel Jones, and he's slanging the rock out to his guy there. It was all Mustangs in this ball game. No names on the shot sheet. Jamie French, that's him right there playing quarterback. Now he gives it up. That's all you need to see. Mandarin won tonight, 57-13.
Everything's about chasing perfection. We want to be as perfect as we possibly can be. And if that leads to big scores, great. If it leads to small scores and W's, great. All we want is to win.
The only thing on my mind is state. We went last year, came up short, and that's the only thing I want. That's the only thing I want to finish off my senior year. I want to make the guys around me and my team, the coaches happy. That's the only thing really on my mind.
Hashtag Team Sideline. Every week, folks, we ask you to whip out your phone and post your photos and videos on X and Instagram using the hashtag Team Sideline. If you can give me some music here, T3, you see the team, Ashley Shaws and I, we're all fired up. Every week, folks, it's real simple. Take out your cell phone or your laptop, whatever you got, and post your photos and videos on Twitter, or X now I should say, and Instagram using the hashtag Team Sideline. Still to come, Band of the Week, Cheerleaders of the Week, Fans of the Week. This is a week 1 edition of Sideline 2024.